Hey everyone, it's LockRQT here, and we have some new videos as well as a brand new Perk Cola revealed for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Here, take a look.
I gotta tell you something, folks.
I am thirsty. Is anybody thirsty out there?
Well, you're all in luck because we got a tasty new Perk-a-Cola flavor! Melee Macchiato! Yum!
Ooh, and boy, is it deliciously efficient because whether you're facing 10 zombies or 100, just crack a can and chug down its powerful perks.
Ah, a rare sight indeed.
Watch as this arachnid-like vermin explodes from the frontal lobe of the undead.
So as you just saw, we are getting a brand new perk called Melee Macchiato, which will increase your melee damage overall. From the short infomercial teaser, we also saw that Melee Macchiato will also cost 2,500 points, and according to the can, is 57,000 calories. One thing we can see in terms of imagery on the can is imagery of birds flying around the logo. This is kind of like when, characters got hit in old classic cartoons and then have birds flying around their head, and it's very much like that. As well as the icon being a punching glove or a boxing glove, this is the small icon that we'll most likely see on the player's HUD. We also see that this perk has the main colour of being brown, which is very similar to Bandolier Bandit from Black Ops 4, and I believe in terms of Cold War it will be the first brown coloured perk, with the tagline of this perk also being "knock out all your troubles," which is most likely going to be some of the lyrics found in the perk's jingle. Now, this new perk could actually be similar to a perk found in Infinite Warfare Zombies called Slappy Taffy. In Infinite Warfare Zombies, if you've never played it, Slappy Taffy was a perk that also increases melee damage dealt by the player. It also grants the player's melee a stun ability, which is very similar to the Galvanuckles from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4, but without the arcing electricity effects. And again, these extra effects added on to the perk could actually be the extra unlocks used in the different tier upgrades for each perk, because in Cold War you had to get Ethereum by playing the game and unlocking through the different ranks, and then by getting Ethereum doing things like exfilling and demachiner and things like that, you could then use these to upgrade the perks and get different tiers. For example, you had different tiers of Juggernog. So I feel like having a perk that increases your melee damage, maybe the fact that you'll have like quicker melee, maybe stun effects on melee, maybe things like that, maybe extra damage or elemental abilities when you're meleeing zombies. I feel like all of these will be different to your upgrades, but again, we'll have to wait and see. By the way, this also gives us confirmation that the perks will indeed be cans once again in Black Ops 6 Zombies instead of bottles. For example, in the classic Zombies in pretty much World at War up until Black Ops 4, the perks were bottles, and obviously in Cold War, Modern Warfare 3, they got changed to cans. As many people thought, due to sort of teasers by Treyarch and many other things, that we were going to get bottles like classic days instead of cans, but here we can see that we're definitely getting canned perks once again. This also kind of gives us the confirmation that we're probably going to get the same perk like other machines. For example, the new updated machines we saw in Cold War and Modern Warfare 3, we're most likely getting those returning inside of Black Ops 6. I feel like that's, kind of a no-brainer at this point. In my opinion, when it comes to Melee Macchiato, this new perk might be actually a combination of Slappy Taffy and Infinite Warfare Zombies, as well as Ethereal Razor from Black Ops 4 Zombies. Ethereal Razor was a perk in Black Ops 4 that actually increased melee damage, as well as adding different effects to melees, as well as stuns and things like that, and increasing the range. But once again, I feel like this will definitely come into Melee Macchiato's mechanics and effects, and the different tier of upgrades. I feel like, adding stuns and elemental abilities, that will definitely be something that Treyarch will be doing. Okay, so that was the first teaser image, so what about the second one? And from the second footage of the short trailer that we got, we can actually see that we'll be getting the return of spiders in Zombies, or at least a spider arachnid type enemy. Now, this video is really hard to see as it's pixelated, grainy, and quite quick. It's a very short video, it's almost a blink and you'll miss it moment, but in the footage we see a brand new type of spider arachnid creature that pops out of another zombie's head. Now, if we get a closer look at the footage here, we can see that this enemy kind of looks like a mixture between a spider from Zetsubo no Shima in Black Ops 3 and a Margwa / Abomination in Cold War, and it also kind of looks like a Blightfather as well. And looking at the footage, they really remind me of mini Blightfathers from Black Ops 4 zombies, so maybe it's a combination of lots of different enemy types in terms of design and mechanics. And if we listen again to what the man says in the video, he says, "Watch this arachnid-like vermin explode from the frontal lobe of the undead." Now this is also interesting, as last year we had a leak in the game files pertaining to the map Terminus. In the map Terminus, apparently we're going to get a brand new vermin type of enemy creature, and you know, as you can see, this is definitely a new vermin creature. He literally confirms it and says it in the video. And, you know, what more evidence do you need that the game file leak was real? But there you go. And the frontal lobe in the head is basically the front of the brain, if you didn't know that. And it's most likely these new vermin creatures may act similarly to Blightfathers. Blightfathers in Black Ops 4 would actually appear out of zombies. They would kind of like become a regular zombie and then become a Blightfather. So I feel like this will be a very similar situation. In terms of design, if we are getting mini Blightfathers, that'll be really interesting, because obviously in Black Ops 3 we had Margwas, and then in Cold War they sort of took the Margwa design and sort of twisted it and updated it into the new Abomination enemy, which was the, yeah, very similar concept, very similar design. It had the 3 heads and very similar heads and things like that. But in terms of vermins, again, this could be a combination of the spiders as well as the Blightfather. But again, we're going to have to, you know, wait and see. I mean, it appears like these enemies are bursting out of zombies' heads and then crawling towards you. In terms of my opinion overall, I think that I didn't really like the Blightfathers in Black Ops 4. I thought they were extremely annoying. So if these guys are just loads of little Blightfathers, I'm not going to be impressed. However, if it's, you know, more like spiders and Nova 6 crawlers, where they are fast enemies that can crawl towards you, however they can be taken down quite easily, that I don't mind, as it does add a bit of challenge and, you know, adds a bit more enemy variety in the game. In terms of Melee Macchiato, this is an interesting one, as we don't really get too many melee perks. Like I said, the only two that we've had really in Zombies history have been Slappy Taffy in Infinite Warfare and then Ethereal Razor. But in terms of Treyarch don't usually pull from Infinite Warfare and Infinity Ward, so I kind of feel like this will be more Ethereal Razor rather than Slappy Taffy. I feel like we can expect a lot of copied features and mechanics from Ethereal Razor in Black Ops 4, as they've already pulled a Black Ops 4 perk into Cold War, for example, which was Depth Perception. So I feel like, you know, we might even see more Black Ops 4 perks coming into the forefront here. You know, we may see things like, Victorious Tortoise and things like that. We may see more Black Ops 4 perks returning in the future. But again, we're going to have to wait and see. Okay everyone, thank you so much for watching the video today. If you want more information from thetruthdies.com, this is a website you can go to for Black Ops 6 Zombies teasers, where you get a little, you know, classic SCART television, and you can mess around with the different channels. Treyarch have been updating this nearly daily at this point, so I feel like if you want more information specifically on Black Ops 6 Zombies and thetruthdies.com, I'm definitely covering it on the channel. Make sure to click on screen right now for my video covering the brand new Gobblegum machine that we saw, which is really cool, as well as the return of Gobblegums like Perkaholic. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Zombies content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye.
Thank you.